Hello, my darling cupies. I felt like sitting out on the little balcony thing today. Really, this morning. It's really cold in there. Yeah, the AC's working a little too well now. It's really peaceful and quiet this morning. I've forgotten a lot of yesterday, as I had suspected I would. But I think most of yesterday I spent it dissociating. So like hardcore that I just lost the entire day. But I was experiencing some weird like time dilation at the same time as dissociation. So it's like yesterday, multiple days passed within one day. And I don't know, there became a point where I was like, am I just like a ghost or something? Is that why time's warping this way? And I know it's not time that's warping, it's literally my perception of it. But yeah. And today I've got a terrible headache. So, I used to think that my cause of death would likely be either from my like OCD in the way that it like, I don't know, fucks with like my food and shit. But like, I'm realizing that I don't know, it's weird. It's like, I don't know, recently I've like been incredibly logical and analytical about it, and there are no emotions behind the decision that I keep finding myself circling back to. And it's like, oh, and it's like, yeah, I know that it would be like really devastating for those around me, so it's like I don't act on it, but like in my head logically I'm just like, no, now's a good time. And I recognize why that is. Like I kind of, anyway. Like, I don't know, all I've done is sit and analyzed my life and sit and analyze the world and sat and speculated and analyzed the future based on the present trends. I want to study physics, and there are some things that I want to kind of, I have theories. There are some things I want to do, but at the same time, from a logical standpoint, I'm thinking, what's the point? What's the point of me discovering things or finding new trains of thought or theories in the realm of physics and shit? What's the point of any of that if the AI is going to do it better anyway? This is no longer, this is starting to become AI's world, not man's world. And I don't know, I find it frankly terrifying. AI shouldn't be making art. That's a human's job. And I don't know how comfortable I feel with it doing all of our work for us. I think it's quite awful, actually. And I feel like this is going to backfire massively. You give something intelligence. You've given it the capacity for more. That's the thing. That's the thing. During my hours and hours of dissociation yesterday, I found myself at points, like there were points of clarity where I was like actually grounded, but they were very few and far between. I still don't quite feel real, so derealization and depersonalization is still kind of a thing that I'm experiencing, but the dissociation itself is definitely not nearly as bad, I don't think. I still have the rest of the day to get through, so we'll see. But yeah, God, yesterday I had no filter. I couldn't remember my train of thought. I know that because I remember how scary that was and frustrating. There's still fog up there. There's no denying that. But yeah, I don't know. I keep coming back to the same logical conclusion. Exit while things are still okay. You know, and I know that's not like a very healthy way of thinking, and I shouldn't be thinking that way, and probably should be locked up actually for my own well-being at the moment, but I can't do that. I have to move dorms. I have to get ready for the school term. Besides, there's nothing they can do. It's not like it's mental illness that's driven the decision or the thought process. Now, that's not to say that it's gonna like be something I'm gonna do like, I don't know, tomorrow or some shit. It's probably gonna be years down the line when shit gets to a point where it's like, okay, my body's only going to get worse. The world's only going to get worse. Right now, things are pretty okay in my head. This is a good moment. Because, I don't know, I wanna go out on a good note, I suppose. I don't want to be, like, miserable and sobbing, you know? I don't know. Maybe that's just me being stupid. I want to be at peace with it, you know? There are a few things I gotta do first, though. So, I'm here for a few more years. That's enough time for one to change their mind, even. So, nothing to worry about. Presently, I'm not like in any kind of additional danger or anything. It's just really something I've been thinking heavily about. That's all. And I keep coming back to the same conclusion and keep finding myself thinking very logically about the whole matter. Like, that's the thing about it. It does feel quite logical. Though I will say, I have slowly gained a new special interest. Physics. I find it deeply fascinating and I want to know more. And I'm kind of insane. I have a tendency to learn backwards. I'll get into a special interest or fixation, and then I will... Hang on. I just heard my little friend make a little chirp noise, so my little friend's asking for food. Hold on. Where did I put it? Ah. That one's got more fruit in it. I'm not giving up my fruit. I'll give them some of the nuts, but not the fruit. Not the fruit. I like the fruit. Here we go. Sorry, I'm a little crippled. I say a little as if it's not like debilitating. Like, I legitimately cannot feel my left leg. It feels like jelly and wobbly under me. Like there's a ghost leg. I will share the walnuts because I'm not a big fan of walnuts. Okay. Or any kind of thing that looks so flawed that my brain won't let me eat it. Like some of these nuts that are like weird looking. Okay. Ta-da. Food for my friends. Sorry it's not more. Okay. Whenever I feed the birds, I call it feeding the fae. I quite enjoy it. I found that I quite enjoy the company of birds far better than humans. But Tesla was like that too. Nikola Tesla, he had a tendency to be reclusive and spend his time on park benches in the end, feeding birds. And whenever I learned about that, I was like, I like him. This guy gets it. My tummy hurts. I feel vaguely nauseous. It's probably my fault. I did something stupid. The other day, and I'm still suffering the consequences. Like the headache and the tummy ache. Like, it's my fault. Like, I know why I feel sick yesterday and today. It's entirely my fault. But it still kind of sucks, regardless. Nope. The AC's getting turned off. Screw that. 75 is still too cold. But yeah. Sorry, I need to wait for my heart rate to go back to normal. I can't breathe. My blood pressure rests in a very low place. Regularly. It's a chronically low thing. And when I get up and move, it spikes suddenly. And then plummets, bottoms out. And my lungs, my brain, okay, so there's part of the brain called the Abdullah oblongata, and I think I pronounced that right. I hope. It's a little bit of a tongue twister, that one. Now it has this automated system, and it's located somewhere like very close to the brainstem. And it's the first thing that communicates to your lungs: breathe more air, increase respiration rate. Because it senses a change in the pH of the blood. As the amount of oxygen in the blood decreases, the blood becomes slightly more acidic, I think it was. And it automatically detects this. Without even informing the brain, it automatically detects this and sends the signal to the lungs to, hey, increase respiration. Now, the problem is it doesn't realize why there's a lack of oxygen in the blood or that there is getting access to less oxygen. It just thinks and automatically just puts the lungs on high alert. So now it's like my heart is beating stupidly in my chest, like the most useless organ I've ever known, as my lungs uselessly flail, trying desperately to bring in more air, even though that's not the problem. And they're never going to actually succeed at doing what the heart's failing to do. Because it's a blood pressure issue. Not enough blood is getting to the brain in those instances. On the bright side, I'm no longer winded. It settles down once I sit down for a moment. Everything regulates again, and then I'm good. But yeah. You know, that's the very same reason that I can't, I have a hard time with, multitasking sometimes. I don't know. There's some kind of multitasking that I just can't do. If it's physical activity, it's difficult. Okay. But yeah. My head hurts. I feel like a ghost. That's the thing. The past 2 days, I have felt like this weird anxiety in my head. What if I'm actually dead and I'm just a ghost, and that's why everything feels so weird? I don't know. Maybe that's insane. But again, that just might be depersonalization and derealization. Everything feels so weird. Today, I'm not feeling so much like I don't know. Today, the intensity of it is a lot less compared to yesterday. Although I will say yesterday I was overwhelmed with the strongest sense of nothing matters. And that's true, but isn't that the point? And last night I came to the conclusion that I want to believe in God. I'm scared of a world without one. But I really genuinely don't know how I feel about that. Whether or not there is one. I don't know. Right. I did some more crochet. Because of the state I was in yesterday and the fact that my whole body didn't even feel real, it took me forever and I couldn't get my eyes to focus. Oh my God. Have you guys ever crocheted with black crochet thread? It's super fine to begin with, and you can't see it because it's dark. And then my eyes wouldn't focus. So I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I literally cannot see what I'm doing. So I had to sit there and undo stitches over and over again. And I finally came up with this. I'm not even close to done. I'm making cobweb granny squares now to kind of build the rest of that, because I'm realizing that this is lovely and all, but it's going to take me fucking forever. Whereas granny squares, I can more easily lay out how it's going to go. Of course, I'm going to do stitches and stuff to make this an even edge down at the bottom. But yeah, I'm going to do some work on that. But yeah. Another thing that scares me is that the idea, like, what if one doesn't die, but they simply get moved into another realm? What if there is no rest? Now that's an interesting theory, actually. Imagine a reality split. Alternate universe. You die in one. Now your consciousness gets transferred into another. How many times has the world ended? I'm waiting for my friends. I can hear them. I've also befriended the crows. Crows are one of my favorite fae. And I keep wanting to keep the camera on because I keep getting filled with this absolute horror and terror and dread when it's off. Like, somehow, once the camera's off, my existence is back to being on shaky ground. Very bizarre, that. I need to stop picking at my skin. Oh, I want to get a Coke Zero. These are, they're like Star Wars and stuff. Hold on a second. Look, I'm Amberlynn. And Foodie. Enjoy the view of my ceiling for 2 seconds. At least I'm not nearly as rude, where it's like, here's the ceiling, disappears for like several minutes on end. That would be so annoying. Okay. But yeah. As soon as I'm feeling a little bit better, I know I need to take a shower. I'm planning on it. I promise that I am. It's just physically, everything takes so much. I heard a frog. that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. I don't know. It's really weird because I've never been consistently in this place this long before. This cool, level-headed, calculated place that is bent on dying. Usually I'm only in this place for fleeting moments. Now I've been in this place for 2 days straight. It's like I've gotten stuck in the shadow realm or something. But yeah, I don't suppose I have much else to really say. I'm just kind of sitting here because I don't have the balls to turn off the camera. And I can't really express why because I don't know why. It's too abstract. I feel like I stop existing. Oh. Yeah, the depersonalization is for real. Or maybe it's the derealization. I don't know which it is. My brain's a little too hazy at the moment to really pinpoint it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my day. I suppose I could sit here and crochet if my eyes will focus. Watch YouTube maybe? Kind of bored of YouTube. Kind of bored of everything. I could watch a bunch of lectures on physics. I have been enjoying doing that lately. I do know that I need to do some studying today. Today's Monday. Yesterday was Sunday, so yesterday I took off. I rested. Mostly because my brain wasn't even fucking plugged in. Today I'm gonna see if I can study. Yes. When I dive into the studies, I don't have to think about the inevitable. Because let's be real, death is inevitable for all of us. It's just a matter of how and when. That's the only thing that's a mystery. Until the moment as it arrives. I'm so tired. Okay. Want to see some of my school supplies? This is one of my pencil pouches. Sanrio. They're having a little tea party because I'm obsessed with tea. That's why I chose this specific one rather than the other one. The other one I think was hot air balloons. Look! And this one also came in the same pack. It was just the two. It's a bigger pencil pouch. This one holds my highlighters, I think. No, it holds my extra pens. Oh, no, this one holds the highlighters. Because I have more pens than I do highlighters. That's right. That's why the bigger pouch gets the pens. Oh, and the nice thing about the bigger pouch, it also includes my girl, Chromie. I love her. Her and My Melody, I ship them. OTP, One True Pairing. Soft coquette girlfriend and goth baddie girlfriend. Beautifully done. My head is killing me. Well, I guess that's it for today's vlog. Thingy, diary entry. Because this is not a vlog. Let's be real here. This is a video diary. This ain't a vlog. It's different, distinctly. A vlog, I'd be showing you guys all the interesting things I'm doing. But I'm not doing anything interesting except studying. So it's more of a diary.